Okay, so here I am, the beginning of many wonderful things to come, I hope. About 19 years ago, when my son was born, I always wanted to go cross country on motorcycles. That was just going to be the greatest thing ever. And I've had that dream ever since. But there's a lot of things that have happened that have changed my view on why I want to do it. And so I want to create a path to that dream, to the fruition of that dream. So today, I just want to welcome you to Powell's Prime Patties. And what I want to do today is take an iconic American tradition and create multiple videos on the hamburger. So the hamburger has a very varied story behind it. It's said that there was a German in Hamburg, Germany, and that's why the name hamburger is around, because he ground up some beef and he used it and people liked it, and so therefore we have the hamburger. And that's why it's called hamburger, because there is absolutely no ham in hamburger. Somewhere in there in the early 1900s, there was a world fair here in the United States. It was St. Louis, Missouri. There was a guy who took ground beef and put it between two pieces of bread, and thus the hamburger was created. And from there we have the iconic hamburger that can be found in anywhere from McDonald's to Burger King to Wendy's to White Castle to Crystals to Checkers to In-N-Out to, I mean, they're all over the place. It's one of the mainstays of all American restaurants pretty much. And you can find about any kind of variety. And so that's what we want to do. I just want to take my grill and give you some insight into how I do hamburgers, how I grill hamburgers for my family. We're just going to make all kinds of them, make videos of each one. And the reason the flag and everything is behind me is because the whole gist of what changed in my dream for going cross country on motorcycles with my son is, especially at 2020 and all the things that happened then, and just the way the world's been operating since, is completely different than when my son was born 19 years ago. And I want to be able to take my son across America, and I want to be able to find people who actually still believe in freedom. I know they're out there. I know they're out there, and I think that was proven this past year when we had an election. And that's not saying yay or nay about any kind of person or people or place or thing. It's just what's in our heart. Next year we celebrate our 250th anniversary as a country. And the thing about America is we stand for freedom. And it's not just freedom. I think it's absolute freedom. Because in this country, and this is about the only country that you can do what you want to do, as long as you're within the bounds of the law, obviously. I believe it's absolute freedom. And by absolute freedom, it's freedom that comes from out of somebody's heart. We find freedom either through our faith, or our family is with us and our family helps us to find our faith, freedom to make the right and correct choices for our life and who I want to be and where I want to go and how I want to end up. My slogan, if there is one, will always be faith, family, and freedom. And that's how it should be, and that's the order it should be in. All of us have faith in something. Whether we believe we do or not, we have faith in something. I like to believe that I have faith in someone, and it is him that I have the most freedom to do what he wants me to do. And family, that's up to you. You make the choices for your family. I make the choices for mine and who I want to be as dad and father and husband. It's all about choices, and it's all about the freedom to do and make those choices. So that's going to be the backdrop to all of my videos, and whatever we're making, whatever we're doing, that's what it's going to be about. So come along with me. We'll see what we can cook up. I want to introduce you to my grill next, and we'll go from there. There's all kinds of things going on around here. There's cars going by. We have chickens. We literally have a bobcat running around here at night. We just discovered that. So welcome to my world. The next thing I want to do is introduce you to the grill and why I like the grill that I do. So here we go. So here is the grill. I'll show you the reasons I like it. Number one is the cover came with it, and I love that because it keeps it from just getting all messy while it's outside. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the ins and outs and basics of this grill, the things I like about it, and why I feel like it's my favorite grill that I've ever had as far as a kettle grill goes. So first of all, we're going to take the cover off. Dirty. So my favorite thing about this grill is that it sits here and you have the table that you can work on. You have the table right here and it stays with the grill. You don't have to fold it up, put it away, all that mess. So that's the number one thing I like about this grill and why I wanted this one. Got it at Sam's Club, and I'm pretty sure it's probably not made in America. Anything that I really truly promote, I want it to be made in America, but that is so few and far between. I want to try my best, try my hardest to have made in America stuff. China. But I really like this for the table part, and of course the grill is here. It does not have a wire griddle. It's like a ceramic cover, which is okay. I like it. There's less sticking and all of those kinds of things to it. You notice there's charcoal in there. This is where the charcoal can be stored. Here on the end there is a door, and if you open the door, it has place for this here is your griddle lifter. So I just store my stuff in there. But this here is for the charcoal. You'll see it is not like the regular Kingsford brick charcoal. And it's because I don't like it. I don't care for that kind of charcoal. I just feel like it's dirty sawdust that's been mashed together and made a brick. So I use the Cowboy. I'll get a bag of the charcoal and show you what it looks like on the outside. Now here's the one of the most interesting parts of this grill. This is probably, besides the table part that I really like, this is probably number 2. And what's in here is a little gas canister. So you turn your gas on here, and this is your ignition. So I usually let the gas run a little bit. It seems like ever since I moved it, it's not working as well. So this is like my top 3. So the table's 1, the gas cylinder is 2, and this is number 3. And you'll see this on the other video. We'll link it in. So what that does is it's called gas assist. And let me put that back on there like that. So then what I like to do is take the charcoal and scrape it into this one side. This right here is where the tube comes in. Now, some people would probably say that they wouldn't like that because it's not an even heat. But I want to show you what I'll do with it. Put this back together. So for a little bit more on the grill, here we also have the vents. This is a small vent. These slots here, you can open and shut those. And then this here is the vent in the bottom of the grill. You can't really see them from there, but it opens and shuts the bottom of the grill. So what I'm going to do is let that burn a little bit. I know it's like location is right here. I like to grill them on this spot, and then as I grill them, I move them back to here where there's still heat, and they also get smoke. So we're going basic prime patty here tonight. These here, it's 85-15. I mean, these here, the patties this big around, it'll go down to that big around, about bun size. This is the basic, and this is also like entry level. This is the easiest way I know to do them, and so this makes for a pretty cheap meal. This is about 14 bucks, and that's a little over $1 a burger. So it's definitely cheaper than even McDonald's. It just takes the time to grill, but the time to grill is also time that you can be with your family, watch the chickens. So I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit, and this is what I put on the patties. These are frozen, and you get them out of the freezer and you put them right on the grill. Don't warm them up or anything like that. They'll get warmed up right on the grill. I always use this. It's Weber's hamburger, gourmet hamburger. I put a little bit of this on, the Worcestershire sauce. Don't ask me if that's the right way to say that because I don't know. What I usually do is do the burgers on here and get them done and season them as I go along. And I'll show you that on the flip side after this charcoal gets warmed up. Okay, so we're back. So I got really good heat going here. So what I'm going to do then is let it heat up the whole thing a little bit. Get ready to grill the burgers. Oh, I was just going to tell you about the charcoal. One of the reasons why I use the cowboy charcoal is because when I use that Kingsford stuff, it leaves an aftertaste. There's just something in it that it's not good. This does not affect us like that. And the other thing about the gas cylinder and the lighting with the gas cylinder and leaving it burn until it has got the heat in it like it does right now, I'm not using any lighter fluid. And I lighter fluid, I just, for me, I just don't feel like it's healthy. And I think that's the other part of the sawdust briquettes, is that the lighter fluid that you have to use to light them, it's not good for you. And all of that goes into your burger, and then you eat that with your burger, and it's just, yeah. So I don't like to get my griddle completely clean because I like whatever was left on there. I feel like gives flavor. So I scrub it a little bit, but not like soap and water scrub. I'm going to shut it down. I pretty much just close everything off and open it up here so the air pulls through. And that way I'll get a little bit more smoke going. Weber Gourmet Burger. I like to season them on the side that I put down first. I'm not used to talking while I'm doing this, so I may seem a little bit weird. So I guess while I'm doing this, I'm going to just tell you a little story about America. So the other day I was down where I work, and I went shopping for my wife at one of those big grocery outlet places called Costco. And I went in to get my stuff, or her stuff. Let's sprinkle that on there. Ooh, got good heat going in there. And didn't think much about it. Also wear like a high-vis hat. And so I had taken that off and changed it out for the one you see up here behind me. See that? And I had put that hat on and went inside, did my business, come back out, and when I got to the truck, there was a fellow across from me, and he had an older car, and I heard it cranking, and it wasn't starting. Other side of him, just a little bit. So he come over to me and he said, "Hey, do you have jumper cables? I need jumper cables if you got them. Would you be willing to help me out?" And I said, "Well, sure," but I said, I don't have any jumper cables." I told him, I said, "Wait a minute, I got a jump pack in there, and I got that out of my truck, hooked it up to his car, just helped him out to get it started and stuff." And it was very interesting. And this is why I think there is still Americans that love their freedom, that love their country, and what it stands for. I sprinkle a little of that Worcestershire sauce on there. I forgot my rag. Ooh. It's getting dark, but I want to finish this story quick. So he come over there to me, shook my hand. I was just glad to help him out. He was glad that I did. And one of the things he said was, "Yeah," he said, "I saw your truck and I saw your hat." And he said, "I saw your hat." It was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy will help me out. So that's the kind of thing that I know is out there. And that's the kind of thing I want to find, that there's something about the red, white, and blue. And I know too that you can sense a person's, what they have, their aura about them, whatever you want to call it. if you have that faith, that will also be exuded to people around you. So I just know that those are the things. It's not because of who I am. It's just because I believe, and I believe in freedom, and I believe in the freedoms that we have, that they are given to us by God. And I hope that was shown to that guy that day. So anyway, these burgers are getting really close. So when they get about that color, that's about the time I put them to the back of the grill. You can also kind of tell that these are well cooked because the grease is clear. That's the other thing I like to notice, is that the grease is clear, and that tells me that they're really close to being edible. And so now these will just lay back there and smoke. All right, my friends, we are quickly running out of light, but we got the burgers here. There you go. After the smoke clears, I got the burgers here. Got them on the back side because they've already been cooked well, and these here finishing up on the front side. And again, I just use the basics because we're going basic prime. Mayo, we'll get into that later. Ketchup. Now, ketchup to me is the main sauce for a cheeseburger. Now, I always like a little mustard with mine, so we're going to put that on there too. And then we have a slice of cheese. I have this Dutch oven here. That's where these go in. Take them into the family, and they can chow. So we'll take these off the back. Put that lid on there to keep them all warm. And there you have it. The basic prime Pals prime patty. The prime basic right here. So there it is. First video done. So go make a prime basic burger and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, faith, family, and freedom. They cannot be bound, broken, or chained.